Welcome to TICE. Today I have with me Mr. Haresh. He is the Regional Manager, Government Affairs at Zoho Corp. Welcome Haresh.
Thank you.
So हमने स्टार्टअप्स के बारे में तो बहुत सुना है और Zoho is one of the first startups in the country. So Haresh, क्या आप मुझे बता सकते हैं that how Zoho is actually integrating with the changing technology?
Right. So this goes back in the DNA of Zoho. In fact, a company that started over 25 years ago.
Right.
And right now we talk about India ushering in a startup revolution, right? Mm-hmm. But Zoho as a company has always had MSME and startups at the core of its DNA.
Right.
It was earlier called small office, home office, Zoho, right? Mm-hmm. So you can see that it was in the name itself कि हमारे लिए MSME जो sector है हमारा 40% of the Indian GDP, that was at the backbone and center of our attention. जैसे जैसे company grow हुई, हमारे products और mature हुए, then we became enterprise centric as well. But even now, if you see, we have a very big focus on startups, MSMEs,
right,
non-profits, as well as enterprise.
Also, Zoho started at a time when technology was not at boom, and
right,
now we are in an era where technology is everything. So how like Zoho as a company really transitioned from that phase to this era?
Right. So this has also been the ideology of our founder, Mr. Sridhar Bembu, that technology should be people-centric. Abhi, if you see the ecosystem also, a lot of companies in tech sector are facing challenges, not just tech sector, in fact all across India. But Zoho is one company that has remained resilient throughout this ups and downs, right? It's now India's largest product company in the SaaS space. And if we see as a startup ecosystem, so we are India's largest startup. That is because of the people-centric approach that our founder and the company as a whole has followed. We have kept people at the center of our innovation, at our customer has been the focus for us, and also because we know that we are an Indian company run by Indian people, profitable since day one.
Right.
We've kept India first approach as well.
So since you mentioned that Zoho is profitable since day one, and we have heard a lot about Zoho otherwise also. So what is the key mantra that really kept Zoho profitable since day one?
I think जैसा हिंदी में कहते हैं हमारा काम बोलता था हमारे लिए, and this is something जो कि leadership ने बहुत initially ही identify कर लिया. We did not believe in a lot of marketing, we did not believe in a lot of branding, advertising, but हमारा काम ही बोलता गया हमारे लिए. हमारे काफ़ी सारे कस्टमर्स ने हमें आगे रेफर किया, नए लोगों ने उसी ट्रस्ट को बढ़ाते हुए हमें अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ दी, एंड फ्रॉम देयर वी स्टार्टेड एंड नाउ वी आर हियर.
सो हरीश, आपने स्टार्टिंग में मेंशन किया कि जोहो के कोर में हमेशा से स्टार्टअप्स और एमएसएमईज रहे हैं. सो अगर आप मेरे ऑडियंस को थोड़ा ब्रीफली बता सके दैट हाउ जोहो रियली helps startups and MSMEs to elevate.
Right, sure. So across India, in fact across the globe, we are working in different capacities with different incubators, different startup centric programs. In fact, even in some partnerships that we have third-party entities. So we have sort of either credit facilities या फिर programs to not only handhold startups but provide them any kind of assistance that we may have. T-Hub Telangana, for example, one of the major examples that we have. IIT Madras. So we have something called Zoho for Startups, wherein if you see the eligibility criteria, a lot of our product applications and solutions for running a business in the very first year that is very crucial for a startup are free of cost. Apart from that, we also have other kind of credit facilities wherein you can get highly discounted rates. Right. This being just some of the initiatives that I am aware of, but Zoho is actually into a lot.
Can you recall some of the startups who probably are associated with Zoho?
Right. So if you go to T-Hub Telangana, which is one of the largest incubator in India, so several startups there have made use of it. Again, IIT Madras में भी जो incubated startups हैं, one of the largest incubators in the country once again, right here. तो वहाँ पे भी there are numerous startups that have made use of it.
So Haresh, अगर like for a moment, if I keep aside Zoho, if I talk about you, so how has been your association with Zoho?
Journey has been very fulfilling. In fact, see, the youth today wants to create a difference. The youth today wants a good job, he wants a work-life balance, but at the same time, I think as an Indian youth, we know demographically we are rightly placed to usher in a change. Right. I, as an individual and as a youth, have always carried forward this particular aspiration, and Zoho is one company that has allowed me to be myself and then make difference on ground. So when I see मेरे product solutions जो हैं actually में problem statements को address कर रहे हैं in a manner desired by the client, in a manner desired by the country in terms of compliance and policies and privacy, so you also feel very fulfilled as a employee,
Right. Also, what are the new technologies in pipeline that Zoho is gonna maybe introduce in near future?
Right, so several actually. So AI is the buzzword, right? So we are also working on an AI program. It's an in-house AI program currently under works. Apart from that, new product solutions keep on coming every now and then, right? There are also some very interesting partnerships that we are upcoming with. So I think as and when you see social media, you'll realize that there are several things in the pipeline.
You talked about AI, and Zoho started at a time when AI was not there at all. So when AI came and when these tech innovations came, was it challenging to really transition?
Not really. See, innovation has been at the core of Zoho. Hamaरे products are developed in-house, and even when AI was not in, right, we've still had something called Zia, our own AI our own AI platform, which was integrated in our product since then. And अभी जब linear AI या generative AI की बात होती है, so we have a program working on that as well.
Also, coming to my last question, Haresh, as a youngster and as a techie, what is your key mantra to stay updated with the technology?
Read. I feel that a lot of platforms have come where the information access is easier than ever. There are video platforms. When I say read, it just doesn't mean reading books, but also in form of video, audio, podcast, whichever you might access.
Right.
I think information dissemination has been the easiest right now. Just that one has to know what is relevant, what is authentic, and once you know that, I think the world is the play stage for Indians right now.